Alright guys, today we're going to be doing an exploration video about the sewer in I11. This has been requested by a lot of different people, so let's figure out how dangerous is it and what is the loot looking like inside of it. This is where the sewer's at. It's in I11, so guys, let's talk about it. So as you might have guessed, there's going to be a lot of combat to get to the sewer, and then inside the sewer, you're going to want to have a good kit because the enemies in there are very high because the loot's very high. So let me show you what we have today and what we're using. We're using a gold Cupid and we're using an Annihilator shotgun with the upgraded 12 gauge ammo and the AP rifle rounds. Alright, so now we got to fight our way to the door, so let's make it all the way. The Annihilator shotgun, great for up close, has a very high amount of damage. I recommend putting a choke on the weapon. And then as you come up to these two walls right here, this is where the delineation is. So when you get here, it's actually just past the second wall, and there's a little sewer grate you're going to jump inside of. Alright, now to actually get in, because the hole and the size of it can be a little weird, so just kind of get all the way to the far side away from the steps, and you should just fall down. Once you're inside, it can be a little dark. Just look for the second way down, and then you're going to go down a second set. And now you are in the actual sewer. So now that you're in this sewer, there's a couple important enemies to know. There's a bunch of the crawling enemies that are going to be on the ground, and then there's crocodiles. So you're going to see it later, but the crocodiles actually give you eggs whenever you skin them. The next enemy we're going to look at is going to be the Vicious, is his name. So the Vicious guy, so this new NPC uses gas as his main weapon. That is going to blow up, so you got to get a little bit away from it so you don't accidentally get yourself hurt. So the initial first minute or so in there, enemies are just going to aggro to you and they have to walk around. So just be ready to fight. So here you can see I keep trying to loot. That is bad on me. I've learned now that whenever I first go in there, just kill people until they stop coming. So there you can see we have a super soldier coming up. I do recommend having an enlarged mag on your shotgun. I don't have one here. Just the sheer amount of enemies is very important to have that extra ammo. If you need a bunch of eggs, you can get those in here. If you look on the right, you'll see I'm actually getting eggs from skinning these guys. Back to my initial points, however, when you first hop in, do not try to do too much. Just get your kills and clear out the enemies so that this right here does not happen to you. All right, we're going to use some editing tricks, and we're back. So I'm going to kill the last couple enemies that are inside of the main hallway. Once those guys are cleared out, we're going to get on, and we're going to go see what's at the end of these hallways. Once again, you can really see the shotgun coming to use, just the sheer firepower up close. And now that they're all gone, you can go either direction to the end of the tunnel. There's going to be loot on both sides. So on this side, there's a room with green smoke. It's not terrible. It's not as bad as the guys that actually have the smoke bombs on them. And if you go in here, there's going to be a couple alligators, another super soldier, and then that should be it for this room. However, your spawn might be a little bit different, and then you can just see what's inside to grab some loot. So here we have some decent loot. The alloy safe was the big one for that one, and then as we move back on, you're going to see I'm going to loot some more just to get some more eggs for my own cooking purposes. Alright, so we're going to come back the way we came, and we're going to go to this little small room that's on the other side of that smoke-filled room. There's some good loot in there as well, contact switch, high electrical item. And now we're going to sprint past the way we came, all the way back to the far side, just to see what's going on over here. At the other end of the tunnel, you have two directions you can go. Doesn't really matter which one you do first. So inside of here, there's a little box at the end of this little small tunnel. Once again, some decent building supplies. You can always destroy these for steel if you don't use steel, much like myself, and that's what I ended up doing with a lot of it. As you go up the rest of the way, it's going to be mostly the same. There's going to be some green smoke, there's going to be enemies, there's going to be loot chests, and the loot's going to be good. This is a higher tiered area. If you're looking for loot and this is somewhere near you, I think that you should go out of your way to come in here and grab the loot. If it's really far from you, then maybe it's not for you. Maybe you don't need to do it. Here's a carbon fiber chest, and it's some jammers for vehicles. Super nice. So if you are around it, come on in, take a stroll, get some good weapons, get some good armor, make sure you're ready, but come in here, get some good loot, and see what you can find in all these different corridors. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did enjoy this exploration video, please consider subscribing so you can stay updated with our next videos and what we have coming down the line. And then drop a comment letting us know what you want to see next from Off Duty Gaming.